And that flag on screen, it represents the next team, Madelaine and Namu Lee. And this team really keen to push the technical element score to achieve junior world minimums as they make their way to the start position for their free dance, skating to Next to Me and selections from Imagine Dragons.
Something about the way that you walked into my living room, casually and confident, looking at the mess I am, but still you want me. Stress lines and cigarettes, politics and deficits, late bills and orphanages, screaming out and hollering, and still you want me. And I always let you down. You shine on the ground, still I find you there next to me. And stupid things I do, I'm far from good, it's true, but still I find you next to me.
Madelaine Anbro and Namu Lee share a hug as they complete their free dance. And just looking now back at the performance that they had in Bangkok, Thailand, and comparing the technical score, and it looks like this a stronger performance from the technical score perspective for Madelaine and Namu. And as would be expected, that with more run-throughs, that the performance from the program component score is stronger too. So hopefully the team edging closer to the scores that they desire this season.
Yeah, a little bit better ice coverage there. And of course, I think in the rotational, if speaking with Aaron a little earlier today, he was a little short on rotations in the rhythm dance, and that was costly and then kind of a mistake that you shouldn't make, right? But he was better, and this one a little wobbly on the rotational, but the rest of the program was much stronger.
It's interesting because I noticed yesterday in the PDF that level 2 rotation lift, why did that happen? And then you acknowledged that the coach was saying not sufficient rotation achieved. As we look through the step sequence there, an inside rocker from Madelaine, pushing the difficult turns back inside counter. Well done there by Namu, trying to ensure that the turns are as clean as is possible. This was good. Straight line lift that Namu was on point to ensure that the dress didn't become a malfunction, and he preserved his partner's dress, because that could have been a rip, and that was very conscientious of him. As we see the synchronized twizzles, arms clasped and extended in front on the right, forward, outside, that a feature, and there the Group C feature, the third twizzle. And here, as is likely to be the case for most of the teams, choosing to do the step sequence as one of the 2 choreographic elements. So all of the choreographic elements chosen in the juniors and seniors will have a base value of 1.1 points, but it will be, as you said, Ted, the grade of execution which defines how much more the skaters can achieve on that element. And for this team, they added almost a point to that score based on the quality of it.
Yeah, is it fair to say that the choreographic step sequence is the most popular because it, you know, it's more dancey, if you will, and it is coming right at the judges. It's more dramatic. They have more room, if you will, to work to impact the overall performance.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 different types of choreographic element, but the step sequence is the one chosen, I think. I think partly because it's the most fun for the skaters to choreograph and have.
Yeah.
I think it's perhaps also the least physical insofar as you'd have to push to cover lots of ice because you're limited to using the short axis of the rink. And I think the choreographic step sequence doubles up. It's an element, so you're pushing your grade of execution, but it also offers the opportunity to try to push the component scores up because there's so much more scope for musicality within it. So I think those are the reasons that the skaters most often use it. But I think it's fun to do.
But also because you don't have as much distance to travel here, do you feel that the skating skills themselves, because you're not really doing a lot of skating, you're doing more dancing with a little bit of movement, you know, how does that factor in?
That's such an articulate, such a really good point, Ted, is that element doesn't lend itself to high skating skills, but does go for the 2 other components. So,
well, 71 points. That's a season best for Madelaine and Namu, and that will put them in the first place with the free dance with 113.33 points for the competition. They'll take over the lead after the first group, and that was better than the rhythm dance. You can see a good 10-point lead there. Still lots of room for improvement as they continue on their journey. And this is, you know, relatively new team for this year.